Central TV is here. We here to inform you, listen and be inspired. Central TV is here. We the best now in time. Oh, listen and be inspired. Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up to Central TV. Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up to Central TV. Veronica the boss for Central TV. She here to give you the best. Come and listen everybody to Central TV. We here to give you the best. Come and listen, enjoy the show. Come and listen to Central TV. We the best in time. Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up to Central TV. Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up to Central TV. Veronica the boss for Central TV. She here to give you the best.
Always an honor that you have a very, very energetic, actually.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Central TV.
I love
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to take this time to welcome you here to Sandra TV. My name is Leon Twazaman, and it is an honor to have you here again on PrimeTime Friday. It's been a minute since you've last seen me. Nathan has been holding it down. But as always, here on this platform, we discuss relevant issues. Our thoughts and our opinions are unbiased. We do not support any political party. This is not our political platform. This is not uh pro-governmental or anti-governmental platform. It's just a platform that is here to inform, educate, and bring to you relevant news and give you our opinion. If you have not been following us, normally on Friday is when we step in and we do our Friday episode of the show, and we'll take our 1 minute musical break, and we'll be right back as we yeah, you know what? Let's just get the show running. So on Friday portion of the show, we bring young people whom are on the right path of becoming change makers in Liberia, as we discuss situations. So today, we are blessed to have in studio Mr. Uh, Emmanuel Big Show Teti, I hope I'm saying that name right, and Mr. Honorable Kelvin D. Doba. We'll have a fruitful conversation here for the next hour and a half or hour, if need may be. We are just still waiting on Honorable Kevin to join us. However, we'll get the show rolling. Welcome to Sandra TV, sir. How you doing today? Can you hear me, Manu?
Yeah, I'm getting line clear. Twazama. Good
Yes, sir.
afternoon.
Thank you. We want to thank you for honoring our invitation on a very short notice. Obviously, Nathan will not be in studio today with us. He's out covering the Press Union of Liberia. So I guess you guys are stuck with me for the next for the next hour. But I know this is your first time here on Sandra TV. Uh, can you kindly introduce yourself to our viewers who are watching us, so to know who you are, what do you do, and what part of the sector you are mostly focusing on?
So, my name is Emmanuel Tete Tuma Jr., and I'm mostly part of Even Big Show Tete on Facebook. And I'm a student and youth advocate and have huge experience in developing young people for the past 10 to 15 years now. And I currently do one or two also in my country, Japan. to sustain my family. But we are still engaged into the youth and advocacy and development. So I hail from Maserado District number 9 as a student activist, a student leader, and I have few leadership experience from the YPIS Africa, that's the Young Political Leadership School of Liberia.
Hmm.
So the name is Heather Hustle name. I've been around for quite a long time. But as the show going, you'll get to know me better.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's always a privilege to have young activists, and me too vendor in that side of it is, whenever we have young activists here, we get excited because the conversation now becomes more interesting from a very youthful perspective. So we'd like to welcome Honorable Kelvin D. Bogbe. Correct me if I say your name wrong, sir. How you doing today, boss man? Can you hear me, Kelvin? Kelvin, are you getting us? Kelvin, can you hear us? All right, so it seems like Kevin's having some technological issue over there. Uh, so yes, so now, gentlemen, is very good to have you here. We are Sandra Communication Network. We are newly established network in Liberia. We, like I mentioned earlier when you joined the show, we are not a political platform. We do not do anything politics. Well, we do politics here, but we do not do anything political when we discussing our shows on Friday. So my name is Leon Twazaman. For the introduction, my name is Leon Twazaman, and I am the media director here at Sandra Communication Network. Nathan is part of our team. Nathan is a very big pivotal member of our team. So we have conversations, and what we do here, we discuss issues surrounding Liberia from a youthful perspective on the Friday episode of the show.
I'm facing a little problem, man. I want to check
Yeah,
this.
just leave and come back. Okay, there he is. So we on this Friday segment of the show, we discuss situations as it relates from our own perspective as young people. We do not we debate. Sometimes we debate, most of the time, because that's what we are as young people. We debate a lot here on the Friday segments, but this is just a day that is dedicated to us as young people, to dissect. Well, I mean, before we get into the conversation for today, E-Man, Emmanuel, how is Yekipa going, my man? How it's been a while. I'm also from Nimba, but I'm not from Yekipa. I'm from the Bound region. How's Yekipa? How's you are muted?
So I'm familiar with the need Zama because I attended one of the Zama Universal Leadership Program online in Philadelphia.
You
One
that
of the
that
Zama
that could be that's Owen Johnson towards man. I know exactly. That's
Yes, yes,
we are
yes, yes,
family.
yes.
We are related. So you see how you run,
Oh,
running a
that,
family with love. Yeah,
okay,
yes,
okay.
yes.
It's a
But we,
pleasure,
yeah.
pleasure meeting.
Yeah, man. Every time I say talk, I'm like, "Oh, you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know." Everybody be like,
Yeah,
"Yes," but it's an honor, man. It's an honor to have you here. So how's the
yeah,
how's
me too.
the how's the region you are? How's your keeper?
So it's cool. We
Okay.
are there here normally contributing to the national growth and development of our country,
Mm-hmm.
where we do one or two hustle that put food on our family table.
Yeah.
But aside from that, we are involved in the youth advocacy, our live politics of Liberia. So it's cool here.
It's really, really necessary. So we today we will have a conversation and all of our topics. Uh, most of the time, you or at some point in time, you've been a young advocate. You have activist. You have heard this topic brings out a lot of time. But here, what we'll do on this day on Friday, we just discuss it from a youthful perspective, right? What's happening from the youth angle and things like that. So let's get the ball rolling, Emmanuel. As a young, as a young change maker, as a young change agent who inspires to see the best come out of Liberia, right? Who you know is working day and night to see Liberia become a better country, to see Liberia become, the society that we want it to be. What is the biggest challenge, in your opinion, that young people are facing today in Liberia? And I say young people because uh we are now many in Liberia, right? The what in your opinion, in your own professional opinion, what is and it could be one, it could be two, it could be three, right? What is one of the biggest challenges that young people are facing in Liberia now that is not allowing us to, I wouldn't say grow, but yeah, what is your say on that?
So that is a very big question to answer today. Uh, for Liberia, I think our struggle have been on the availability of job
Okay.
opportunity. So one of the major challenges I think we have as young people is the preparedness, the capacity to earn this job, good job, payable job that could provide for our family and all of that. So one, once we are prepared,
Mm-hmm.
when the youth is prepared, then we can start to request for job. When I mean prepared, I mean all capacity. We mean we are job ready. We ready to take on the system. It could be in leadership. We should be ready. And, it could be in a lot of different sector. We all have to do it. Preparedness and readiness. Once we haven't gotten to that stage, I can tell you if even we empower young people, it will still be a waste of time because we are not prepared for the opportunities. So as a young person, I believe the first thing we can do is to be prepared. So you see today a lot of young people are coming back with degrees, with technical know-how. These are level of preparedness because a few years from now, I told someone there will be no presidential candidate in the next two elections. The presidential candidate, some of them might be old, some of them might not be contesting, some of them might not be alive. And it's the young people that must be prepared to take on this space. If we're not prepared, we can do all of the advocacy. It will be a waste of time when our time reaches.
Thank you. You heard that exactly from Emmanuel. The young people needs to be prepared, right? You need to be ready. We need to be ready. No matter how many books we know, if we're not ready, even if jobs are available, we're not going to get the jobs. That's what Emmanuel said. So I want to move to Kelvin. Kelvin, can you hear us now? Is it okay from your end?
Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
Absolutely. So when you joined, we were trying to get an introduction. So we afford you the opportunity to introduce yourself to our viewers so that we know what you are, what you do, and what are some things that you are into in Liberia.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, first of all, for the show.
Mm-hmm.
It is my pleasure and honor to be on the show tonight to discuss what is affecting the youth mostly within Liberia. So, my name is Kelvin D. Bugbe. On a roll, I live in the village in Marvel. I hail from Nimba County, and I am a young man who so eager about seeing the young people progress in life, see the young people move forward, and engage into a lot of youthful activities within Liberia.
Thank you. That's a very very which part of Nima you from, Kelvin? Because I know.
I I I hail from Electoral District number 5, Lima County. The
Okay.
late Senator Prince Y. Johnson district, the way I hail from.
Absolutely. I know Emmanuel is from district number two, Monserrato, right? He said two, Emmanuel,
No,
the
I
District
reside
number
in the
nine.
district.
so
For Monserrado, I reside in this.
so you reside in district number six in Monserrato. I'm guessing I don't know if he's still Reverend Ender's district, right?
Yeah, Ravi, somewhere in a district.
Good, good. So let's get into it. We have heard Emmanuel before. And I want to put a question to you, Kevin, Honorable Kevin. I want to know,
Yeah.
in your professional opinion, what is one of the biggest challenge that we as young people now are facing in Liberia?
For me, one of the biggest challenges I see that we the young people are faced with today is that number one, we are not patient. Number two, we are not prepared. We are
Mm,
not patient and we are not prepared. When I say patient, it has to do with something like if you are a young person, God who created everyone that was on earth today, God has a time for everyone in life. Your time not come, you not come, my brother. You like you say, if you claim over a lot of gold, claim as far as skyscraper, you will not get there till God say today it is your time to be here. So you have to be patient. Anyway you see life, just keep focused, keep courageous, and then move on as a young person. Continue pushing for your goal. Nevertheless, one day you will get there, but you don't have to pass the other way. No. If I'm saying we are not prepared and we don't want to prepare ourselves for tomorrow, I'm talking about something that has to do with education. We have a lot of schools out there, of vocational schools. If you don't have the money to enroll at the university, you can go to just a little school where you will learn how to do CC camera installation, biodigester, you name it all. There are a lot of things within those zero fields that a young person can learn tomorrow that you can be able to earn something for you and your family. If you don't have a big family, you have a just your little girlfriend and your kids, you can make a little dime at least to help you guys. Not to sit always and say, oh, the other person go white, the other person go black. It's not good. As a young person, keep focused. Try to do something. Don't sit down unprepared and you want something to happen for you. No, that's not how I see it. So I see it this way that young people should be prepared and they should be patient.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was from Honorable Kelvin. That's from Honorable Kelvin. Honorable Kelvin, the youth. We as young people, one of the biggest challenge that we face is the fact that we are not patient enough, and we are unprepared. Some of us are unprepared. Oh, that and I couldn't agree with you more. Some of us young people, we do the battle crowd during election time, and then because we do the battle crowd during election time, we expect ourselves to automatically, be employed by these lawmakers. But what that will be our next conversation, and we'll try to, for the sake of time, we'll try to time our answers so that we can respect the platform policy. But I want to ask this to Emmanuel, right? You spoke about, and that's Kelvin. Kelvin said patience, right? Kevin said patience, as one of the famous Liberian musician Dench can say, seeking for fair, right? Well, for you, so to see your face. So how, in light of being prepared, in light of being, prepared from all sectors, like you put it, how can we, reduce that with the the youth unemployment rate? What are some things that you would recommend to reduce the youth unemployment in Liberia? Because our country, we are now getting more young people, but then there's not many jobs available. So how will you, what will you do? What are some things that you will recommend? You know, if you have the ability to recommend to people, they'll be able to reduce the youth unemployment. Emmanuel.
So thank you. The youth unemployment is a serious national concern. Uh, over the last few months, I saw the guys from the Student Vanguard Political Party stating a protest on the creation of jobs, and they were specific to government that jobs should be provided. So the last time my first interaction with the youth and sport minister, uh, the Madam Cecilia Cecilia don't know the name well. I recommended that for us that have been in the non-governmental sector for lot of time, we love to have a statistic. So currently, Liberia, the government of Liberia do not have a specific statistic about how many young people are unemployed in rural counties and Liberia as a whole. So I recommended to our office that all of the statistics that we see online are either from United Nations or UN Women, blah blah blah, or NGOs, which we can reference to, which is good. But as a youth and sport ministry, we should conduct a nationwide survey among youth to know where these challenges are from, the unemployment. Because once you have a survey, then you can be able to tackle that issue. Because if you don't have a data telling you if the number of youth in Montserrat County, the number of people who have degrees, who have technical skills, and are unemployed, who have this type of skill that are unemployed, how you can tackle it. It means you cannot solve the issue. So you will just be on a round table and just recommending based on how you feel. But if you have a statistic, a a real number that is showing that these are the young people that are unemployed, that have job issue in Montserrat, in Bombay, in Cape Town, in this area. And why? And, and these young people are engaging to the platform to answer this question personally, to go there and say, okay, what am I faced with? I have degree, I have two paper, I have technical skill, and the youth people can have that data to use as the working tools. We will not be able to tackle this issue. I told them that was my recommendation, and she accepted it. I'm hoping our office can see that reasonable. And there are ways to collect database. You could do it by messages, you could do it by SMS, you could do it by Google Doc, you could send team to the county. And that this is a huge project. We're hoping that the ministry can accept that. If we cannot have that database, then it means there's no working tools to move forward. That's just my honest opinion on that.
Thank you, and I think you're right. I think one of the things that we need to do as young people is to follow up with with the minister's office. Like, hey, this is, oh, this is one of our recommendations to you. You know, how far are we doing it? And that makes sense because we have to know where we are as young people, who have job, who don't have job, because we can sit on the media all day and advocate for young people when we don't know the statistics. It's us going to something very blind, you know. But let me pose the question to Kelvin then. Kelvin, we have heard Emmanuel's recommendation. So to you, in your own opinion, to reduce the youth unemployment, what are some things you think are necessary to reduce it? 2 minutes.
Okay. All I can say to this whole youth employment thing, to really reduce this unemployment of the youth, we first of all need to look at the sense of the entire sense of the young people within the country. Because without a total number of young people within the country now, we will not be able to see who are those that are employed and who are those that are unemployed. Or all I can say for now, I really applaud the Youth and Sport at the Ministry of Youth and Sport. He's doing well. Since he took over, I really applaud for that in the sense that he's creating a lot of vacation job. This is the second phase of the national vacation job, if I'm not mistaken. This is the second phase. It's ongoing now, and I'm aware of it. Some friend of mine apply and they are at the stage 2 right now. They're going through the process. But other youth are trying though. People are creating jobs. I'm not the spokesman for the government, but I can see a lot of changes coming the young people way under the administration, to be frank. Because there are a lot of vacation jobs being created in a lot of agencies and government ministry. For example, the last time I saw a few young people at the Labrador Water and Sewer, others at the Ministry of Youth and Sport, others to Bureau of Land Ministry in town. So I think that with this, the unemployment rate will get a little bit lesser. It will not be up high as we see it. But to be frank with you, I don't know the total figure of the unemployment rate of the young people and the employment rate of the young people. So I cannot really speak to that till I have the total sense of within my ear. That's the only time I will conclude on such case. But I think in reducing it, we
Mhm.
have to create a lot of small jobs around. Other
Mm.
investors come, the government talk to them to see how best to empower their citizens, most
Thank
especially the young people. You can do your little snowball work, you carry something home to your family. So I think
you.
creating jobs should be the main priority of this government to look at it, for young people to be absorbed,
Thank
not
you.
only into government but in the private sector.
Yes,
So that's how I see.
awesome. So thank you, honorable. That's a very fair point, right? Because we don't know how to handle a job until we able to like know the actual statistic, just like Emmanuel said. You know, guys, our next topic or our next focus point is very important to me, and I think it's important to you, Emmanuel, who is a youth agent of change, as well as Honorable Kelvin. You know, one of the reasons why our Liberian youths are not exceeding or excelling how we expect them to, right, is the issue of drugs. And the issue of drugs, it comes out every day because these are things that are damaging the young people career and young people lives. So my question to you guys, and beginning with Kelvin, my question to you, Kelvin, right now is uh what can be done, right? What can be done so to stop drugs among young people, whether it's young people being the user or being the abuser of it, or what can be done? Because every day we go on Facebook, we see the LDA making a just today, an hour ago, I saw the LDA making another arrest. So what can be done to stop young people from engaging in these things, in your professional opinion, Honorable Kelvin?
The whole issue about jobs, I see it like this. We the young people, I'm speaking directly to us. There are a lot of our friends. We been in school together. We been living in community together. There are a lot of our friends now in the street today. They are, in the ghetto all over. They tend to just addy and they taking the substance. They have this destroy them. Some of them sleeping in the graveyard. So all we need to do as a young people Let us continue to put hands together, carry on awareness to them. Others will buy the idea that we carry, others will see it like a waste. And those who will buy it, they will be redeemed from the ghetto. We will win their soul over and bring them back to their family. Just a thorough awareness. Young people should take the lead in the fight of drugs in Liberia right now. Young people should take the lead. If we not do so, our brothers, our sisters, even our little kids that we the young people are born today, we all will have a kids at home. Who knows tomorrow? If you goes to work or you go do your little hustle, the little boy who's staying with you will go and start taking the thing. We have to stand up, or else the country will turn into something else. The DA, I'm saying it here, and I can say it over and over again, the DA alone cannot stop jobs within the country. It takes the citizen to decide for drugs to leave or for drugs to stop parading the country. That's the only way. That's the only solution. But if we depend on the security apparatus that are in charge of the drugs business in Liberia, then we joke. Liberia means we joke.
Yeah,
Nothing, no improvement, nothing we will see. We need to put collective effort together to see how best that drugs will leave this country, or young people will be stopped not to be a drugs user within Liberia. So we need to carry on awareness as a young people
thank
throughout the
you,
country.
thank you.
We should we should
Very,
educate.
that's very fair. We need a,
So
just like you
we
said,
should
it's not,
we should we should use our platform, whatsoever platform that we have, we should use it to educate our friends, to educate other people who are not our family members, because the one story you win today might be something else tomorrow. We need to stand up as a young people to stop the whole drugs issue. It's not a
thank you.
security apparatus only. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, honorable. It's all hands on deck, right? So like you said, so it's all
Yeah.
hands on deck. The question is over to you, Iman. What do you think how can we reduce it, boss? Because it's very dangerous to us now. What are some things that we can put in place to reduce the young people being constantly abused or addicted to it? That's it, Mano.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. So I listened to Kelvin, and for me, I like to be to point. I like to be clear because the issue of our jobs is a national concern. And if I sit on this platform and say that the government can post up the jobs, I will not be fair. But they have the sole responsibility to protect their citizens from the illicit substance. I think for Liberia, we do not have the manpower enough and the resources to cut off just totally. And the government is doing her best. And what we as a citizen need to do is to redirect our focus to what is getting young people involved with drugs. Once we redirect our focus, it will help to reverse the government plan of action. Because mind you, it's not so much about the drugs, it's about what the drugs can do to young people. So the effect of the drugs on young people is a major concern that the government also need to look at. So for you to have a fight like that, you need to work with citizens, you need to work with NGOs to put some mechanism into place because the government will want to use the lawful hand, but NGOs will want to use, you know,
I think we are having. Can you?
other
Rehabilitation.
people doesn't have. Once the young people doesn't have a a plane that will drive them, they tend to go for things that will satisfy their desire. So while the government is doing her best to target border points and all of that, they also need to be concerned of the rehabilitation of the young people. We need creative center. We need we need we need motivate institution. We need young people to get engaged with a lot of skills, hands-on skills, short-term skills, long-term skills. You see, it is only from most of the time you find the people that are left busy, those are the people that will be involved in the drugs. Most of the time, I can say 80% of the left busy young people, they tend to shift their mindset to things that will satisfy their desire and then don't peer pressure and all of those things leading into those substance abuse and all of that. But when you have people engaged, the only difference between we and some of these guys is because we engage. We get something to do, we know that we have to put something on our family table. And not because we better. Trust me, if someone ain't careful, we're gonna be in the drug abuse. Yeah, we are not far. Sometimes I tell people we are not even far from those because the communities we grow in. Look at some of us coming in the Fiamma community, the single community, go in the single belt, see the ghettos. So if you are not cautious minded, consciousness is one of the things. And the protection of God, moral prayers, you know, we some of them are likely we are going to be on the same path. So those guys are not different. It's just because of the creativity of government to put in things that young people will be engaged in. Nowadays, you don't see people play. You can see little children playing again. You see children jumping rope, playing 2P, playing that thing. And you will not see it. All the men get charged to the floor. The men get that on the head. So as the society is gearing towards that stage, government too need to be prepared to put mechanism into place. The parent need to be prepared. The church need to be prepared. It is a whole nation thing. The government can do it alone. Government only blocking the border. But what happen in the community? The officer will not all the time be in the community. Where are the churches? Where are the errors? The errors in we get error today we get error. And no error, my friend. In fact, that the old papa they coming in 50 drunk and beating their wife. No example. So we have a lot to do with. Someone said we should do rehabilitation of the mind. And I agree with them. Well, like, bro, we don't do rehabilitation for our mindset. The young people will still be going out and do other things.
Thank you, thank you. So absolutely, we need to put ourselves in the attitude of, continuously trying to fight jobs, continuously trying to uh be eyes and ears for our friends and brothers and sisters whom are out there. So what is rehabilitation? We need to create an opportunity for everyone to be able to have themselves prepared. So moving on to our next conversation, guys, that I want us to look about. Ultimately, we have seen a lot of young people, despite Liberia's condition. We have seen young people, like yourself, Emmanuel, like yourself, Kevin, whom decided to be agent of change, whom decided to be like the 1 or 2% amongst the young people who want to see change in Liberia, as well as changes in our young people lives. So if somebody was to ask you right now, Emmanuel, and say, how can I be an agent of change? Or how, let's say somebody walking down the street have no idea what you're doing, but passionate about it. How will you answer them? Like, how can young people become agent of change in Liberia today? Emmanuel, I'll go back to you.
So the first thing you need to do is simple, right? You need to find what you need to change. You need to identify what need to be changed. And you need to be passionate about it. You need to be serious. Sometimes you identify in different ways. It could be something that hurt you. It could be something that affected you. I've seen a lot of young people graduating from chocolate because their parents passed away from one or two illnesses and they decided to be a doctor. Something had to sometimes something had to touch you for you to be able to move. So you need to identify what you want to change. It is about corruption. It is about empowering young people. For some of us, what keep us moving is to educate, is to share our views, to share knowledge is one thing I'm passionate about. So always when I'm in that space, I want to share this view, I want to share this knowledge where another young person is, they can also share their knowledge with me. Have kept me going to learn. Because in order for you to share that knowledge that you have to be able to build your capacity before you can share. So that passion have kept me going for a long period of time. So for any young person, if you want to be a change agent, you need to know what affect the society, what affect other young people, and why do you want to change it? That is just my simple answer to that.
Thank you, Emmanuel. I think we have lost Kevin. The Kevin connection have dropped. We hope that he join us as we continue the conversation. So yes, and I want to pick it back to when you mentioned people going to Douglas T and graduating because their parents or loved ones have passed away from one or two illnesses, and that brings us to our next conversation. We have seen a lot of people trying to criticize the JFK Medical Center. So you guys in Liberia, we have heard stories about JFK for a very long time since we were kids, and up to now we have heard and we have seen stories about the unethical processes or unethical treatments of people at the John F. Kennedy Medical Center. And if you are following, or I don't know if you have been following the most recent event of uh the lady Justine who was so should be on dialysis, but for some reason she's still at JFK. There's no proper care been given to her. So I want to bring the entire, not JFK, but the entire healthcare system of Liberia on a scrutiny, right? How will you rate the healthcare system right now in Liberia on a scale of 1 to 10, and why?
So that is unfortunate. It's unfortunate that Liberia as a country, having been only 100 and some more years, able to defeat
Let me tell you why.
one concern,
Hey, don't rush, don't rush. Look, I've
if
been
I
your
say
phone.
concern national issues.
Be
I'm
respectful.
looking for the referral word to you is I think I'll
Treat.
get that word.
I am a
We haven't
graduate.
defeated health,
One,
we haven't defeated electricity,
course.
we haven't defeated road, we
Me,
haven't defeated security,
me.
SDG. Five major SDG we haven't won anything. It's
I
so
begin
hard
to
to happening.
say, mommy,
So
come to
for
I'm doing one.
the health sector of Liberia is poor.
After
It's
now,
devastating. Is a death trap. The only way you can get good help in Liberia is that you have money. And I think it's not a new problem that have been created. This is something that we've been suffering for over years to come. So imagine a GFK having thought to be one hospital in Marvel. What disaster would that be? And we become so average, we become so average on celebrating all these little things, and we haven't got any result. On go pay one for the military hospital celebrate, go or we furnish the other play like very celebrate. So many a time we ask if the hospitals that have been created, if our president able or our ministers, our senator able to go there for medical treatment or dare to send their children there for medical treatment. And the answer is no. We must create a health sector that even a common man can be afford to go there and be safe, and even the president can be able to go there and attend, a health problems. But it's not only Liberia, all around Africa, Nigeria, all the African countries, most of them, especially in West Africa, leave from their country to go out for advanced medication. So what it tells you, when the president say he's going for treatment in America, what it tells you. But the same after the president being you go there, but you expect the common people to go there. So it tells you that we are not doing well. We must be realistic of these development that we are implementing. But for now, I see that on a daily basis we improve. Gradually things will get better in the health sector. But there are a lot of challenges. There are a lot of challenges. If we take to discuss the health sector today, we will not move from here. Because the sector is a very huge sector. It comes down to the infrastructure, it comes down to the training doctors, it comes down to equipment, it comes down to budgetary allotment to that sector. So it's not something that you can just say that you just say, there are a lot of
Yeah,
things to be discussed. Yeah.
true, true. Thank you so much, Emmanuel. So, are you back with us, Kelvin? We lost you for a second. Are you back with us?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we're just discussing prior to you leaving. We're discussing the healthcare system in Liberia now from a youthful perspective. We have seen issues where family members and took their loved ones to JFK, but then they unfortunately they did not come back. We have seen situations where patients have been placed on dialysis, but then they still cannot come back. Patients have gone to hospital for a mere headache, right? A mere headache, and then they came back unhealthy. Some of them dead. So looking at the healthcare system in Liberia now, how will you, on a scale of 1 to 10, what will you rate it and why? 2 minutes.
How come again?
So we look at
How
the
do
health
I grade it?
in Liberia. Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, right? Well, with one being the lowest and 10 being the highest, how will you grade the healthcare system in Liberia since President Guys took over? Do you think it's getting better? Do you think it's declining? Do you think it's static?
Uh, Such a tough question, but I would say if I'm grading them, I get an 8 over 10
You give
for
the you
now.
give you give 8 over 10. That means the healthcare system is better. That's what you're saying is because eight over
It's a
ten. That's
bit better.
yes right there. Go ahead, go ahead.
Now what we see, let's be real. It's not what we see on the internet at all time, and we hear like other people might have their dissatisfaction, their opinion. Let's just say it that way. But it's not everything happening at the GFA is bad. There are a lot of other good services are there. They offer to people. Like I remember a few months ago, this old man who they call Zanzan Kawa. Not to be biased, I'm being straight on the issues. I was at the JFK. Oh, I'm there. Am I there?
Yeah, you are here.
Why?
You're alive.
Why?
You're
Okay.
alive. We're hearing you.
I was at the JFK. And this old man, he had an issue. I think they say he had sugar or something. He went there, he passed through all of the procedures, and then they end up asking to operate and cut the food. It, this old man tried to play politics with it the last time. I was at JFK. I went to see a friend there. Oh, because he was connected to the past administration. This administration won't do him like they do him like this. Whereby he had sugar. I don't know the said sugar. When he touched the heart, he would die. So he needed to do something right away. I think that's how they concluded by cutting the foot. So some information coming from the GFT, people have to take it easy and investigate thoroughly to know what really is happening at the GFT. Not everything happening in the health sector is bad. And I can tell you for sure that this government is trying to put things to place when it comes to the health sector. They are not 100% correct, but they are trying to put things together the way I see it. Can you imagine just a month ago, if I'm not mistaken, maybe probably a week, the government through the president just purchased a vehicle and then they were parading the street of Moscow. You saw it. That lady who at JFK there that explaining her the nurses, the nurses malpractice on her, what blah blah blah, all those stuff and things. They have to interview her and know what really is happening. Other people do these things for their own personal reason. So you can just see somebody send video clip from one person, you get do a podcast to JFK, say, oh, the whole system is messed up. For me, I don't see it that way. There are good services being rendered in this country through the Minister of Health. There are a lot of things going on. I'm not a health practitioner, but I do a health related job, which of course I know how those doctors and nurses take care of these people.
Hmm.
So when we see people talking these things, we need to do our own investigation, go to the place and see what is happening. There are a lot of changes being made in the health sector. I can assure you that. I
Thank
can
you.
tell you that for free. There are a lot of things happening. So we can blame a facility for someone, uh, I don't know how the health people call it, to misfortune or something like people can see. Other people,
Got
they
you.
will give them the prescription, they will follow the wrong prescription, they go and take it. Medication that is not for them, they will go and start taking it. People go to hospital, they don't listen to those nurses when it comes to prescription. You need to listen carefully because the little mistake you made, that medicine, enough for you, you go and take it, it will have negative effect on you. So the
Thank you so
nurses,
much.
the patient themselves needs to be careful when they go to the hospital. That's my little advice to them. But the health sector is not 100% correct. They are trying to do their best. But at least in their grading, they can get 8 over 10. That's how I see it.
Thank you so much, honorable. That's a very high. That's a very very high grading, and again, that's your opinion. You graded you grade the government 80 over 100, and you think that the government is doing well when it comes to healthcare. So, gentlemen, thank you for joining us again. We always hit the show on our mark because of the time difference in Liberia, and we are about 6 minutes towards that hour mark. So we hope to who very very hope to have you guys again next week or the week after. We'll reach out to you guys when we need you, but we want to give this time for you to give us your parting comments and what else things that you want us to know. And you because we have like 6 minutes, so we'll split it out to 2 minutes, 2 minutes per person. So we'll take Honorable Kelvin, give us your parting statement, and then we'll take Honorable Emmanuel, and then we'll call it a night. Kelvin, it's over to you.
Okay. All I want to say, a very big thanks to the Sandra TV, the administration, whosoever in charge, for always counting on us to come on the show and then discuss issues concerning our country and issues about the young people. I'm so glad to be on the show at all times. It is my pleasure and honor, and a very
to
big thanks
Central
to the
TV.
organizer,
Ladies and gentlemen,
Mr. Leighton S. Bianga. I applaud you for that. Thank you for coming on always. Thank you for the show. I'm glad to be on the show tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable. Thank you. We definitely do hope to have you again. And as always, whenever you are interested in coming on the show, we reach out to you. If you are interested in coming on the show, just let us know. Like, hey, I got some interesting topic for us to discuss. We'll definitely, our arms are open to bringing you back. We to bring you back on the show to have a conversation, just in case you have any free time on your hands. Just let us know. We'll definitely get back to you. So, Emmanuel, over to you, boss. Give us a parting comment, and we're gonna call it a night.
Yeah, so it have been a starting night. I like to say thanks to the Sandra family and to my friend and brother Nathan. It's been a long time since I stay away from the media, but I'll be fully back and involved with national discussion this time around. So I'm happy to be here. Happy to for our viewers, listeners in and out of Liberia. I'll always be available when this platform need me. I just like to be thankful and appreciative for the time.
Thank you, guys. So our viewers who are watching, that is it. We have had the privilege and honor to have in studio with us this Friday Honorable Kelvin D. Bogbe, who hails from Nimba County District number 9, I think, and then we have Honorable Emmanuel, who was with us today. Thank you for joining us, and that's how we like to call this show to an end. We'll be seeing you next week. Thank you so much, guys.
ladies and gentlemen, we the best in time. Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up to